bro. Watch who y'all meet on TikTok, bro. No lie, bro. This on everything, bro. I drove from...
Go watch that video. I've been saying this for the longest on this app. So, I'm going to tell you what happened to my friend. So my buddy goes to meet this young lady on this app. And 2 weeks went by. She said, oh my gosh, I can't wait to see you. I want to see you. And I said, hey man, take a couple of months. Maybe see her in the fall or the winter, sometime like that. After you put some time in on the phone with her, FaceTime her, do more. Don't be so quick to go down there. So he didn't listen to me. He was like, oh, Joe, you don't know what you're talking about. You're a dinosaur, right? Stop being so paranoid. So I said, yo, this doesn't sound right. So she said, oh, when you come down here, I'll cook for you and I'll do this. I said, wait a minute. You gonna stay at her house? And he said, yeah. I said, she got kids, right? He said, yeah, bro, don't do that. She's not, nothing. That doesn't sound right, bro. And I told him, I said, dude, no woman is gonna let you stay with her kids or even know where she live at and she got kids. Nah, man, this doesn't sound right. He said, oh man, you don't know what you're talking about. I said, yo, get a hotel or even I'll pay for it. Get a hotel and a rental car. He said, no, she'll pick me up from the airport. Okay, cool. I said, dude, this doesn't sound right. So when the day come, she said, oh, my car's messed up. I can't pick you up from the airport. Can you catch an Uber? I said, bro, at this point, you need to abort mission. This doesn't sound right, man. She trying to set you up. Man, you don't know what you're talking about. You always accusing people. You always was no. So long story short, I said, okay, he gets a rental car. I told him to do this, and men, do this. I said, tell her you're going to stop off at the hotel, you're going to put your stuff there, and then you're going to come on your way. What you're going to do is you're going to go, you're going to sit invisible to her. She can't see you. Just sit out there and see who comes in and out of the house, right? Then send her a text and say, hey, I'm on my way. He did it. He was a couple of blocks up the street. He sent a text, said, hey, I'm on my way. He could see the house. Coming around the corner was 3 dudes. You could tell that they had something on them, right? And they went in the house with masks on. And I told him, I said, see, this is why you have to practice safety wherever you go. Now, his life could have been taken because he was chasing some tail. And when I tell you men this, and when I tell y'all women this, y'all laugh and joke at me. But this video right here can show you and tell you why you need to be safety. Stop playing with your daggone life. Or it may be the last time you play with it.
And until then, understand something. These streets ain't safe for none of us.
Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. In case you're new here, my name is Maren
and I'm Maureen.
Right, so guys, before we start today's episode, we just want to say that I feel like this is going to be an educative piece for both genders, men and women. So I feel like it applies to everybody. And before we even start, I want to ask this question. How many of you watching us have found love online, or through social media or online dating platforms? I feel like this has become a very common way for people to interact right now, and the world is really changing. Things are not as they used to be before. Before, people used to meet, face to face and court each other.
Or here in Africa, if my parents knew a good prospect for a husband and they knew the parents of that guy, they would send people to investigate that guy's background and find if he was a suitable match for me. But what makes today's world very tricky is much as the internet is a positive thing, it has its negativity in that it has made the world a global village, right?
And everything we have to say is moving online. People are getting jobs online, people are getting interviews online, and people are even shopping online. You could pretty much say that a lot of the life's activities has moved online,
So and that being said, our biggest question today is these are people who are going to be addressing mostly Black American men, but in general, I want to ask our ladies who are in this platform, how many of you would meet a guy on a first date and this is a total stranger to you? and you have kids at home, would you invite that man back at your home, or would you rather see him somewhere else?
Right.
What would be your preference?
Yeah.
That being asked, let's look at this episode and then you come back and talk about it. You can also leave us a comment on what you think about this episode, and we'll come back and talk about it. Let's watch.
Like, one thing's for certain, family. These streets ain't safe for none of us. Now, women often use caution when dealing with men. But men, we see women as harmless, innocent, always having good intentions for us, whatever the case may be. And so we often overlook all these red flags that they present to us when we trying to court them and meet with them. You understand? And when you just chase and tell, it's kind of like you have blinders up. You ain't gonna be able to see all of that because you're not thinking clearly. You're not thinking clearly. Now, if a woman invites you to her house, now, does that seem like something a woman should do? If women are using caution when dealing with men, an intelligent woman, would she invite you to her home? You ain't never been there before, she just met you online. No, so if she invite you, that's a red flag. It don't mean if she got, she don't have to have ill intent. You as a man shouldn't be going to nobody's house like that. Seriously, man. Nah. And if she say she got children, come on, that's even more of a reason why she wouldn't do that. We should always be thinking, always be protecting protecting ourselves. You're gonna protect somebody else, you gotta be able to protect yourself. And if you out here moving like that, family, I'm telling you now, everybody ain't got good intentions for you. You better start thinking clearly, man. You see what these brothers are saying, you better take heed. This is the age and time where, man, it's so much booty out here, just free booty. Because women don't want to be in relationships no more, and they say, you know what, I got needs. So they're gonna pick and choose who they want to be with. They ain't looking to get anything out of it, a relationship, really now, or resources. They just do it because they like you. So a lot of men are like, yo, this is the time to live. But I'm gonna tell you something. These streets ain't safe for none of us. Because see, why are you out here doing all of this, family? What are you really building? I'm gonna tell you what's in these streets, okay? Loss of money, because courting all these women, trying to deal with all these women is gonna result in loss of money, okay? Okay, now, if they use you, loss of money. If they set you up, probably loss of your life, your possessions. You understand? You're not building any long-lasting relationship, so you're just spinning your wheels and wasting your time. If you have children with them, now that's a broken home. So the longer you out here playing, the more risks that are involved. You understand? So you got to understand it's really safe to find a wife. It's really safe to find a good queen. Now, you hear a lot of men saying, I don't want a relationship right now. I don't want a marriage, because they're talking about the harsh realities that happen during marriage. But you're dealing with one person, possibly two people or more, if you poly. But when you're single, you're dealing with so many people, yo. And that's gotta like increase the chances of you having a crazy person in your life. So we're really not thinking about this straight. See, the fact is, marriage and relationships are not the problem. Marriages and relationships are about the people in them. So we can't say that relationships are now bad because people have had bad experience in relationships. No, those individuals, family. You understand? So listen, kings, I'm going to suggest something to you. Many of us often say, I'm not looking for anything serious. Now, what that means is we just trying to have fun. We ain't trying to we just trying to see what happens, so to speak. Now, I'm going to tell you why that's dangerous, okay? Because when it comes to manifestation, when you say, I'm not looking for anything serious, yin and yang, okay? What you creating is no one will be serious about you. So this means they ain't going to have good intentions for you. You understand? Like, this means they don't really value you because they don't take you seriously, because you're not taking them seriously. You're not taking yourself seriously because you're dealing with people who not serious themselves. So you got to think about how you manifest in this thing. What you should always be doing, King, is looking for something serious. Even if you manifesting through courting multiple women and interacting with multiple women, you should still be looking for something serious, because when you find that right queen, King, that's whenever you say, okay, I'm ready for that next transition in life. I found that queen. What you should be doing while manifesting is becoming the best man you could be. But you should always approach. Nothing wrong with approaching women. Nothing wrong with courting women. Nothing wrong with meeting women. That's going to keep you masculine. That's going to keep you assertive. Keep your confidence. Help you build your confidence. Help you learn how to socialize. Help you know how to associate, communicate with women. That's very important. So always be doing that. But when you meet a good one, family, don't just say, man, I ain't looking for nothing serious and roll over like we mostly do. Many of us have met a good woman during that time, and it just didn't matter, man. We just leave a trail of broken hearts when we're not looking for something serious. You understand? But while you out there, I'm telling you now, while you out there, yo, don't sit here and think like it ain't nothing harsh out there for you. Like, oh, if I get in a relationship, she might use me. If I get in a relationship, she might, marriage, she might divorce me and take half my stuff. All that's possible, so vet. Make sure you meeting the right one. Make sure you getting to know her. Make sure you dating with intent. Everything should be with intent, kings. Nothing should be like, it ain't nothing serious, I just want some. Man, listen, man, don't reduce yourself down to that low vibration of just getting some. I know we've been raised to think that way. And I'm not telling you as a man you shouldn't pursue sex, but I'm telling you it should be with a worthy queen. Man, you gotta have standards too. And we be putting our life on the line in some of these cases and not vetting them. Man, it was people with masks on in the crib. Imagine walking into that. What you gonna do? A lot of times we like to think that, yo, I can handle 1 or 2 people. I'm packing, I'm good. Man, when somebody's setting you up, rarely are you gonna be ready to defend that. This is not a movie. You understand? Now, I'm gonna play the other video too, because you saw the first one where the other guy built off of his video. But as soon as I saw it, I was like, man, so what's he talking about? Because I wanted to see that. But I want you to understand, family, keep your radar up. Keep your eyes open. You understand? I don't care how pretty she is, how soft her voice is, how into you she seems, how innocent she seems. Family, y'all better have a plan for how y'all carry yourself and how y'all protect yourself. And you got to be good at protecting yourself, because you will have a queen and children one day. We got to start living our lives, man, like there are stages to life. We just living it like it's just we gonna always be young. No, man, at some point you want to have children. And when you do, you want to have them with a worthy queen. Somebody who's going to raise your children up with heritage in mind, structure in mind, family. Not just somebody who just popped up pregnant because you wasn't thinking about what you was doing. Stop living in your lower vessel, because that's what's going to, in the lower vibration of your vessel, because that's what's creating the environment around us, family. And then we mad at it.
So guys, welcome back. Let us know what you think about the episode we just played, yeah? You know, I feel like, as Maureen mentioned in the introduction, the world has really become like a small village because of the internet, yeah? Right now, you're able to know everybody's business despite being in whatever country you are. If you want to know about Africa, you can get the information. If you want to know about America, you can get the information. And right now, I feel like for you to get a bride or groom from a different country, it's way easier compared to long time ago, because it's just a matter of knowing where you want to get your bride from, and then going and looking for someone who you might like, yeah? So that being said, yeah, I never used to know this thing called 90-day fiance. I don't know if in Kenya that's the same system. Is it? And I don't know, but I believe it could be similar, yeah? But America has the 90-day fiance system, yeah? And the reason why
90-day fiance, that's a movie, it's not a movie but a television show,
reality show that shows people who get visas for 90 days to go and meet the people they intend to marry, or someone you met online and you guys have clear intentions of marrying each other, yeah? So you're giving 90-day visa to go and see your fiance, yeah? So, and I'm like, right now these things have become so common, so for you to, you never really know the kind of person you're getting until the person gets there, yeah? So if someone has anger issues, you don't know this until you get to meet them in person, you know? So this guy, what he was saying, the story we've just heard, I feel like the red flags were there. And for people, I don't know if people, is it that some people are normally in a desperate situation, that's why they miss red flags?
Or sometimes they're just hoping for the best. Yeah, because, you know, for example, if you are a good person, the first thing you see in everybody is the good in them. You don't usually focus on anything that might be bad. It's just human nature. Yeah.
And yeah, guys, I know, like, it's common knowledge that women are usually very cautious in this type of situation, especially if you have kids.
Yeah, especially if you're meeting a man for the first time. I think most women, or at least the ones I know, they've preferred to meet men in very public places, and most of them don't even take home those men. Neither do they go to those men's houses, you know,
or even give their addresses, you know. And another thing I also wanted to say is, I do believe, that at some point online dating was genuine and honest, you know. I feel like during the first time that it was beginning to be popular, you know, people were getting there with their real intentions. Those ones who want to marry, those ones who want just a good time, those ones who want courtship, you know. I believe people were getting there with good intentions until it became something else. I don't know if you guys ever heard about the story about the Tinder, this guy who used to...
Tinder swindler.
Yeah. I don't know. That case was very, very, what is it called? Famous, yeah? Because of what that guy used to do to women. He used to swindle women, and he really conned a lot of women from this. So that was like financial deception that he did, you know. So people made businesses, illegal businesses out of this online dating, you know.
And I think most men, just as these gentlemen have said, most men view women as a non-threat, you know, and that is why a man is more likely and more daring to bring home a woman after they have met and had coffee, and as per his opinion, if he considers her a non-threat. But here is where the trick is. Right now, most crimes that are being committed, they will use a friendly face of a woman to deceive people before they commit that crime. Why am I saying this? For example, here in Kenya, in Nairobi, the city, or the capital city of Kenya, right now, when conmen and thieves want to steal from you, they won't come as men. They first send a woman to assess the situation, you know. They first send a woman to act as if they're in distress. Why? Because women are most likely to be believed when they act like they're in distress, you know. So nobody will, the first instinct is to help that woman and not to suspect or you know. Yeah, so everybody will be wanting to help this woman. And
guys, we have to remember the lengths people can go to in order for them to get what they want. The lengths people can get into. And right now, the way the world is, people are getting desperate because it's not just, it's everywhere that people don't have jobs. People are really struggling to look for jobs because of these economic shifts. For example, like work moving to online platforms, those shifts.
And also with inflation, the rise of inflation, and you know, the most people that get hurt, people who are on the bottom of the tadpole, who would be considered low class, you know. So I'm not saying that it is a must for a woman to be low class in order for them to arrange for you what this man was arranged for by the woman he was chatting with. It can be anybody, even a middle income family, because people can even get rich just from simply stealing and getting away with it, you know. So our point is, just like these brothers have said, when you meet somebody online and you like these people, make sure to meet them in a very public and safe place, not in their houses, you know. And also try to stay alert and study your environment. And not only that, also look at the red flags. If there's any red flags, practice caution every time you go. I'm just so happy that this person who was going to see the girlfriend had a good and wise friend who advised him. When you reach there, don't just say you've reached, you know, just park somewhere, observe that house, and tell them you're on your way, so that you can see how they're acting. That was a very clever friend.
Sounds like a scene right out of a movie. A Blacklist movie. With Reddington having organized everything, you know. Anyway, guys, let us know what you think about this situation. I'd really like to know, have you ever shared an experience online
that left you with shivers on your body?
Yeah, something that didn't feel right. Have you ever been in such a situation? Because right now, as I said, in the world we live in today, everything is online. People meet online, people date from online, people, like, you can introduce someone you met online line to your parents and they'd be okay with it. But a long time ago, it wouldn't be
never
possible.
used to be
They
like
needed
that.
to investigate that man, know where he's coming from, down to who the grandfather is, who his people are, you know.
Right.
People
And
used
that
to
is why
investigate.
growing up in the old days, you know, our parents or our great grandparents, everybody would know who's the witch of the village. Everybody would know who's the business
teacher.
person of the village. Everybody would know who is the teacher in the village. Everybody would know, you know. So like right now, it has gotten a bit
Background checks are a little bit challenging.
yeah, because like people don't take it as serious as it used to a long time ago. I don't know Americans how you used to do it back in the day, because
Yeah,
in
I'd like to
Africa
know.
our
the
uncles
system.
and grandparents, the elders of the family, would go to investigate the house of the man you want to marry, and likewise the elders of the man's
house.
family, they would come and investigate if this woman is a good woman to be an addition to their family.
Yeah,
you know?
it's just so sad that those traditions are getting, you know.
But you also understand that times are changing and nothing.
The world is mingling.
Yeah, the
People
ways of this decade can never be the same as the ways of our previous decade. You know.
Yeah, guys, let us know what you think about this episode. As usual, we want to thank you so much for watching this episode. Let's catch you on our next. Consider subscribing if it's your first time here, right?
Right.
We'll see you later.